What's up guys, it is your boy Jay and welcome to the FC 25 rebuild of Sunderland A.F.C. But before the video starts, can you please make sure to like, comment and share on this video, and please subscribe to the channel as it will help the channel so much. Thank you guys so much. Right, so we are playing as Sunderland this time. We have played as Leeds, we have played as Burnley, but now it's time to be Sunderland. They are boarding a lot of big players as it is already, so I ain't too worried. But what I am worried about is the transfers that I've had to do. I have had to do many. Less incomings, more outgoings, because I did manage to sell like Huggins, Kirkin, Roberts, Neil. I did bring in this guy Andrew and Duranville and Totti. That's my three big signings personally made. But then a lot of them was just loans because I don't need them here, messing up my stuff. So I basically just loaned out everybody possible or sold everyone possible. And you know, I think the team, right, generally has a chance of either staying up or getting relegated, making money, and then just going for it all over again in next season. But as far as that, we have done absolutely amazing here in terms of like what we've done, and Sunderland's done amazing what they needed to do. So I will see you guys at the end of the season. There is a very minimal chance that we can stay up if we win. The only problem is it's Arsenal, so let's just admit a defeat and just move on with our lives. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Sunderland has been relegated in their first attempt of the Premier League. And if we won, we possibly could have stayed up, maybe. No, we was down. We was down from the start. Okay, so Everton and Wolves will be joining us in the Championship. Burnley and Leeds both do survive in their first attempts, and that makes me very sad. Very sad. Okay, right, what about the ratings? Has the ratings done at least decent? Might sell Shaka and you to get some money, and then we can just spend it on a new... Actually, I don't know. I don't know the plan yet, but I know the plan is big. Trust me, I know the plan is big. So I'll see you guys next season. Right, I don't even think I signed anybody. I legit cannot remember signing anybody. Let me just double check. We sold and loaned a lot of players. Okay, I bought an Abraham. Okay, how did I forget I bought an Abraham? That is stupid of me. Did I bring in anyone else? No? Okay, it was legit just Abraham. Nice. Yeah, we just bought an Abraham for 13 mil. That was it. We sold Shaka for 61. Ballard, Patterson, Makazu owned basically everyone possible gone. We did loan out some of the people that was here last season just to get their overall increased a bit, and then we can just bring them straight back in and hopefully be better next season, even if we fail, because I'm basically using the squad people that I didn't even want to have here. Like we still got Ronaldo, Andrew, Alderete, but we did have also like Brown is still here, Pavetta is still here, Trinitas is still here. A lot of people still here that I don't want here, but at the same time, saves on money. I don't really see the point of bringing in a whole new team when I could just loan out the current team and then just use them next season. Plus, some of them are still here. Our defense is still really strong, so hopefully we get promoted. Right, so we have done it again. We are in the Premier League once again after winning... Well, no, we didn't win the league. We got second. But, you know, I'll take second. I'll take second easily. I'll take second. Automatic promotion back into the Prem. Let's see how the guys on loan did with their ratings. 83, 81, 79, 79. Yeah, you know what? We've got a good team coming back. We've got a really good team coming back as soon as the loans are done. Who is the top goal scorer? 16 goals. Abraham... No, it was my end day. Okay, player of the season still will be Abraham because he got 10 assists compared to the 1. It all adds up. Actually, no. Player of the season, I'm actually going to give to Pierre Aqua. A CDM scoring 13 goals and 7 assists. Yep, Pierre Aqua, a person that I'd never thought of using this career mode, has just earned my player of the season. God damn, bruh. See you guys for season 3. Right, so let's see if we can stay in the Premier League this time. We've bought in Fiete, Spence, Merlin as our back new 3. Also bought in Greaves, Brown. Also loaned out some other people like Equa, Alexei, Mundor, assaulting people like Bar and Trientis, and after beating Spurs 4-2, we finished in 12th place on 50 points, a great start. But then we also bring in Antonio Silva, Sani Lamens, we sold Lafi, we loaned out our 2 best players, bought in some real rotation just to keep us afloat, and we played Man U on the final day and we finished 1-1. Which means after doing all that, we finished to the 16th place. That's what I get for loaning out my best players. But they all came back and we sold Tony and Mundor and bought in Rashford, Jesus and Tazand, I think is how you say his name. But after losing to Birmingham City 2-1 on the final day, we finished 6th, and you probably think, oh, that's European football. Nope, no European football at all. So we move on to the next season, bought in Ramos, Ferdinand Parto. We sold a lot of people, bought in some decent English free agents, had a lot of money, and we used that lot of money to bring in English attacking midfielder Harvey Elliott over to Sunderland. A massive signing for Sunderland. And after beating Manchester United 1-0, 84th minute, Harvey Elliott himself, we finished 5th and we qualified for the UEFA Europa League. But it gets even better. Gravenberch comes in. We had to sell a couple of players, but Gravenberch, Maduke, Bellin, all comes in. Estupidan comes in. Burisic comes in as a goalkeeper. And our Europa League campaign begins. 2-1 down to Ajax, but we win 3-1 to win 4-3 on aggregate against the Dutch club. Next up, Scottish side Rangers, 5-3 up. Had to replace a defender, but it's still 1-1, 6-4 on aggregate. And then we face Napoli, the Italian side, 1-1 in aggregate, but we win 2-1 to go to the Europa League final. And our first attempt in the St. Mary's in Southampton of all teams, we are here to face German side Borussia Dortmund in the UEFA Europa League final. We have built such an amazing team over the last couple of years using free agents and youth talent. Our first season here we got relegated to the Championship. Second we got bought straight up. And so many seasons later, Harvey Elliott passes the ball over to Greu to get 1-0 lead in the UEFA Europa League final here in England, here at the St. Mary's Stadium in England. We've played here several times. It's basically like playing at home at this point against this German side. But Elliott gets the ball, passes it straight down to Greu, has the shot of the century, the 99 finishing to make it 2-0 here in England. I'll tell you what, this has probably been one of the best rebuilds and fun rebuilds that we have done. This has to be one of the most overpowered teams because, ladies and gentlemen, we have won our first European trophy with Sunderland in this rebuild. We have won the UEFA Europa League. The bench is running like crazy. We have done it. Europa League champions. And here comes Diarra, who's been here since the first season. A new Sunderland signing in real life, lifting the UEFA Europa League trophy with people like Adingra, people like Diarra, who has been here since season number 1. And here comes the trophy bus celebration. You know we had to do the trophy bus celebration. And I'll tell you the truth, I was actually going to end the episode here. If this was like at the 10-minute length that I wanted it to be, this would have been it. Europa League is fine. For most clubs, a Europa League trophy is fine. But then I had a look at the team. I had a look at the runtime of this video and I thought, I could do better. Surely I can do better than what I have done with this club. So I thought to myself, could I actually go ahead now and win the Premier League and the Champions League? Well, let's find out. Silcott Dewberry and Tyrese Campbell are the only 2 signings that come in for a rotation. Super Cup against Real Madrid. We actually managed to beat Real Madrid 2-0. But you know what's more important? The Champions League. So far into the competition, we knock out Lisbon, Sporting Lisbon, 4-2 on aggregate. Next up, we face French side AS Monaco, 2-0 lead, and we score another 2 to make it 4-1 on aggregate. We then face, I think this is Lazio, I'm not sure, but with a 3-1 lead, we are done with the Champions League because we are through to the Champions League final. But there's one little thing now we got to do first, is play Southampton, the team that we faced in the stadium, to win the Europa League. Adingra passes it over to Greu after such a brilliant tactical masterminds behind this club, the players, the manager, and everyone involved in this rebuild has been absolutely amazing for this club, as Guayu scores another goal to make it 2-0 here at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland are going to win the Premier League if it stays like this. But Gravenberch passes it straight over to Guayu for his third today. For his third. Guayu has been absolutely on fire this whole entire rebuild. He has deserved everything. But I want to give some credit to the substitutions in this rebuild as well, who's been doing great, like Stupidan, Beelan, Rig. All those players have been doing absolutely amazing. Ekwa as well, who before this rebuild or during this rebuild process has actually been sold to Saint Etienne. But I can't change that now, so he's still here. But you know who else is still here? Mark Guayu getting his 4th goal of the afternoon. But then it's Rig, who decides to take on all these players, gets past the defender and scores on his own merit. The wonder kid from Sunderland actually scores a goal in the Premier League game, but Guayu decides, you know what, 4 isn't enough. You know what is enough? Goal number 5 on the final day. I assume he won top goal scorer. He had to win top goal scorer, but after that, that was basically it. 6-0 against Sunderland to win the Premier League, as Viete goes to lift up the Premier League trophy. Sunderland are your Premier League trophy winners. After 38 long hard games, Sunderland have done it. They've won the Premier League. But before we get into the Champions League final, I have something to show you. Mark Guayu actually won Player of the Season in the Premier League, which I think is just an absolutely amazing achievement done by the Sunderland striker. But with that, Champions League final time. We are in another English stadium for a European trophy final, but it's not against Dortmund. This time it's against Spanish side FC Barcelona, which I am so looking forward to. Playing a top team like Barcelona. But you know what you do against Barcelona? You get Guayu and 99 finishing and score an absolute banger in the Champions League final. Mark Guayu, who has been here since season 1, has been doing absolutely amazing for this club. But then Duranville tries to get the goal, gets blocked, goes to Harvey Elliott, gets it on the bend and makes it 2-0 here today at Old Trafford. We are going to win the Champions League at the Manchester United Stadium, which is just funny to me. But then also, you got to remember the subs who have made this rebuild possible as well. People like Rig, Fernandez Pardo, Maduke, Ekwa, Bogle. You have to recognise those players too, who have been amazing in the rotation. But Endrick actually manages to get a goal. I don't know what he's doing at Barcelona, but hey, Endrick got a goal, and there's Leo and Martinez on the bench. But that doesn't matter, because ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the UEFA Champions League is Sunderland. Sunderland have done it. Sunderland have won the UEFA Champions League. And here is Diarra. After so many years of being at this club, finally gets to lift a big trophy. He lifts the UEFA Champions League after beating Barcelona 2-1 at Old Trafford. We've done it. We've won the Champions League. And just to finish everything off in a nice, calming fashion, 2 trophies on the trophy bus, the Premier League and the Champions League, which goes to show that we've made Sunderland one of the best teams in the world. This has been your boy Jay. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace. So, you've reached the end of the video. Thank you. That actually goes a long way towards helping the channel. Thank you very much. I hope the video was fun. Hopefully, it was fun. Please make sure to check the other videos out on this channel, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It does help out a lot. Thank you.